All right, so let's go over my healing freeze skill setup for early game. So obviously in early game, we have a very limited number of skill points as well as skills. Therefore, we can't really access these skills right now. So I'll just be primarily focusing on the level 60 and skills below, which we need to focus on since we are in the early game. So the first skill is your Spring of Life. All right. This skill heals your allies for 330% magic attack. It heals your whole team for 330% magic attack for at the cost of 300 MP, and a cooldown is 2 seconds. This skill is your bread and butter. All right, so you be using this skill quite a bit in every fight. Next up we have is we want to put so you want to max this out. You want to have 10 out of 10 on this skill right here. Then the next thing is the passive skill for this skill is emergency support. So Spring of Life heals 10% more for allies under 25% HP. So the reason why we only want 1 point in this currently right now is because there are other skills that heals more given the points, and it's also because this only triggers if your allies are under 25% HP. And because it only triggers when your ally is under 25% HP, when you do use the Spring of Life at like around like higher HP levels, this effect won't trigger. Therefore, it's not as effective. And also, it's because once our ally is down to like 25% HP, like they're really low, we will be using our other bigger heals like Pray to Nature and Twin Godness, right? That's when we want to be using the bigger heals, because Spring of Life is usually used for healing around like if they still have a lot of health, because Spring Health doesn't heal a lot. It only heals like probably like, I don't know, 330% for magic attack. Like probably currently right on stage probably only heal like 1/10 of your teammates HP. So we want to use this at when they're like at 90% HP or 95% HP, just to get them back up to 100%. Before making this not as effective, but we still want 1 point in it, because there are times where we do use the skill when our ally is under 25% HP. So just to get that 10% extra bonus is quite nice. So that's why we have 1 point in this. Next up, we have the Pray to Nature. Pray to Nature is your biggest heal. It is going to be your biggest and most powerful heal. One tap of this should heal your ally for half of their HP bar or 40%, depending on your current magic attack that you have. So it heals 980% to all your allies, which is big. That's why you want to max this out at 10 out of 10. And the fact that it costs 0 MP makes it very efficient to go along with the Spring of Life, because Spring of Life costs too much MP, but it's okay. It's able to be managed because of Pray to Nature costs 0 MP, but it has a really long cooldown. That's why the skill, you should only use the skill if your ally gets down to the 50% and 60% range, because this will bring them back up to close to 100% HP. The next up on the bottom is the passive skill for the Pray to Nature, which is a Nature Shield, which gives them a damage equal to 15% of their max HP for up to 15 seconds. Now, this is very good. Definitely add this up. 5 out of 5. This is very good because, especially if on a tank, right? Because if you are using Pray to Nature and it does heal a tank, the tank will get a 15% of their max HP shield. So the more HP the tank have, the bigger the shield. So like, for example, right, if you were to cast this on a tank has like what, 100k HP, for example, then he will be granted a 15k HP shield. But if you were to cast this on a mage, which is like a lower HP, like at a lower HP, then the shield amount is going to be lower. But therefore, this is very good considering that the tank and warrior, they have a taunt skill to pull the aggro. So that's why this is very good. And also just in general, the 15% extra shielding for your healing, it's really good. Next up in the passive list is also its Advanced Holy Prayer. You want to max this one out as well. This one increases the recovery of the skill by 20%. Therefore, it's literally a 20% of whatever this percentage of magic attack extra added, 20% extra healing added on top of that. Very good, definitely need it. And it also has the when being healed, target grant extra resistance against monsters, and the damage taken from monsters will be reduced by 99% for 1 second. This comes in really clutch, especially if the boss is about to use like a really powerful skill. You can cast this, and if you time it perfectly, that boss will do no damage at all to your team against this powerful skill. And this is good. And let's go up. So this is the whole entire Pray to Nature. Yeah, as you can see, we are investing 20 points alone in the Pray to Nature tree line, just because this is a really good skill. This is probably your best skill right now currently in the early game as a priest. So for next up, we do have the passive natural nourishment. This one is very good. You also want to max this one out at 5 out of 5 because it recovers 1% of your MP on each attack. And as we mentioned before, Spring of Life costs 300 MP. This is a lot of mana. You can only cast, like currently right now, I can only cast like probably like around 5 Spring of Lives, and my mana is depleted. But with the passive, with this passive skill here, I'm able to recover mana much quicker, which allows me to cast Spring of Life much more times. Therefore, these two is a really good combination. Next up, we have the Twin Godness. The Twin Godness here, basically same thing. You heal your allies for 82% of your magic damage over 10 seconds. That's the key. It's over 10 seconds. So a total of 820% of the magic damage will be healed over 10 seconds. So this one is very similar to Pray of Nature. Technically, it is the same thing. Besides, the Twin Godness is a heal over time. So it makes it pretty good because you can cast Twin Godness when your ally is like at like 80 or 90% HP, and they will just heal over time. So it's very nice. So currently I have 6 out of 10 in this one right now, because like I said, there you can go for you can try to max this out, but just know that you want to max out like Spring of Life first, and then you can max this one out for more healing. And for the level 50 skills, oh, let's go over this one. Actually, this one was also passive. As you can see, holy prayer now makes you invincible for 3 seconds. So you have to get this skill. These skills can be obtained through the equipment trial, the newest level 50 plus equipment trial. Drop these skills here, but our main focus would be the why does it not? It usually show me. Oh yeah, I don't know, it's a bug. Hold up. Yeah, normally it will show me the effects. That's an awkward bug. Yeah, so you show me the effects, right? So if I click on this, it should show me. There we go. Yeah, so for this one, it increases the duration of Godness Shadow by 1 second. If you do end up getting this one, it's not that you should only max this out once you have this max, because apparently this one isn't a priority. The best 3 skill out of the level 50 skills that you have to either buy or get from the equipment trial is going to be this one right here. Is the passive One Mind. One Mind works the best with their current setup right here, is because One Mind, as you can see, casting Spring of Life has a 100% chance to reduce the cooldown on Pray to Nature or Holy Prayer by 1 second. So every time you cast Spring of Life, Pray to Nature and Twin Godness cooldown is going to be reduced by 1 second. This is huge considering that we spam. Like, this is a skill that we spam. So Spring of Life, this passive, Natural Nourishment, and then this one, One Mind passive. These 3 work together very, very well, and you have to get them maxed out. Because if you don't max this one out, this one, it starts off at 20%, 40%, 60%, 80%, and 100% at 5 out of 5. You definitely want the 100% for consistency, because we will be able to cast Spring of Life quite a lot, and because of that, and we're only able to cast it a lot of times, is because of this passive, Natural Nourishment. And because of Natural Nourishment allowing us to cast Spring of Life multiple times, we are reducing our cooldown by a lot, and therefore we can use Twin Godness and Pray to Nature a lot more time during a fight, like faster. Like CDs, like Twin Godness and Pray to Nature both have a 30-second CD, but with the cooldown reduction, usually it's only down to 20. It's like around 20 seconds, because that's how much we use Spring of Life within like a 30-second time frame. So there is that. So if you have like any more skill point, definitely I'll definitely work max these two out. Obviously like 6 out of 10. Let's push this one up. Definitely get these two up, and that'll be pretty much it for the early game, because then by then we will have unlocked level 60, maybe level 70. So this is your early game pre-setup. And oh, you do want 1 point into Cyclone Shot, just to have a 4th skill. A 4th skill obviously does damage, because currently with Spring of Life, Praying to Nature, and Twin Godness, these are your only active healing skills, and we don't have nothing else. I mean, you don't really need damage, but just having a Cyclone Shot there just to do some damage during the fight is good, considering that it costs 0 MP anyway, so there's no loss to it. So just put 1 point there. I do a video showing you too about how to use those skills in a fight. There's that. All right, let's show you how to use the skills in action. So obviously, first thing is that you want to make sure your team's pulled up. The HP bar of your team member is really important. You really have to focus on this and keep them alive. And you also want to stay close to them as well. Good. It's okay to use the Praying of the Godness a little bit early, because that one is a heal over time, you know, so it's not a complete waste, even if they're closer to full HP. And keep track of your mana. Your mana bar is below your HP bar on top. Keep track of that. If you have like full mana, it's right here. Look at that. This is what you need to do. Keep them healthy. Once they get below 50%, or if they're at 60%, that is when you want to spam the Nature's Blessing heal. There you go. That was pretty clutch. Yeah, let's wait for mana regen a little bit here. And don't forget to keep on attacking on your auto. Make sure you use your auto as often as possible here. Ooh, that was really close. Because your auto is one that gives you a certain percentage of your mana back on every hit. So normally you want to do this with the tank, because the tank can pull aggro. Like currently right now, as you can see, right, our mage is the one that's pulling aggro. Oh crap, he fell. Yeah, the problem with the mage pulling aggro is that it makes it really hard, because the mage can easily be knocked down. But the good thing about doing this mode is that he can be res, so it's not that big deal here. Oh god, they're hitting me. And hit this. Oh. Nice. Holy moly, that was close. Alright, let's res him. Alright, he's back. That was pretty close. Yeah, the ideal team comp is 1 tank and 1 priest and 2 DPS of your choice, really. It was really hard right now because we don't have a tank, so obviously tank has like taunt to pull the aggro for the bosses and mobs. Like if you don't have it, they usually go for one of the DPS. Oh, damn, he's taking hella damage. Alright. Oh my god. I did a Nature's Blessing and Hua still didn't heal that much because of this guy. He was doing hella damage to him. Alright, make sure you spam this heal as much as possible. Just make sure that your ally is under HP, just so that you can get the cooldown reduction, like right here. Clutch. Try to get this clutch healed in. This also does heal more if your ally's under 25% HP, but that's really risky, like right there. So you don't really want to wait for that. Getting your auto attacks in for mana regen. Alright, get closer allies for this one right here. Nice heal. And so far so good. Everyone's healthy. He's doing a really good job on pulling the aggro for this boss here. Oh no. Oh shit. Oh, I don't have to dodge, get out. Ooh. Huge heals. Okay. Good. Okay, we're back. Everyone's looking good. HP's maxed out. Do you have this in a minute here? Oh, he's trapped in a corner. That's not good. He has to get out. Okay, we got this. Huge heal here. Nice. I'm just going in for my damage skill now, since we're pretty good on healing. Nice. Ooh, that was close. Yeah, so that's how you will want to use your skills in battle. Nice. Yeah, so just to recap on the skills right here, of course, this is just a DPS skill. You don't really have to use it. I mean, you obviously should use it if you're not doing anything. So this is just like an extra skill, but I wouldn't prioritize on using this one. The main thing you focus on is casting the Nature's Blessing. Nature's Blessing is a really big, nice heal with 15% shield as well. So you want to cast this one when they're around 60% HP or below. And then this heal, which is a 20 Godness heal, it's like a 10-second heal over time. It heals like I don't know, it's like around 10k. It heals like 100k total, I'm pretty sure. Well, depending on your magic attack, of course. So this one's really nice. So you can actually cast this one a bit early. Like, you don't need to wait until they're like below 60% or 50% to cast it. You can just cast it like once they're at like 80% or, you know, 75 or something like that. That's fine to cast it. And obviously this one, basically you do want to spam this one as much as you can when these two are cast, because here, I'm sure example. Right, so you cast this, and then you spam this. The cooldown gets reduced, right? Like it reduces cooldown by 1 second. So there's that. And then just make sure that you're doing your auto attack. Your auto attack is the one that is going to regenerate your mana back, so you can allow you to keep spamming this heal right here. Yeah, so if you guys have any more questions, leave it down in the comments below, and make sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.